Hey, so welcome to Rankability Academy. My name is Nathan Gotch, and I'm the CEO and co-founder of Rankability. And in this series, I'm going to be walking you through how to get the most out of this platform. Okay, this is a very, very powerful platform. There's a lot of depth here. And so I want to kind of walk you through each little individual part so you can really maximize it to the fullest extent. Ultimately, be able to drive consistent SEO results for your clients or for your own projects, and ultimately be able to drive complete visibility across all AI platforms and all search surfaces. As of right now, we're highly focused on traditional search, local search, and AI platforms. But the broader goal of what we're going to be doing is we're going to really focus on search everywhere optimization. So that means you're going to be able to run whatever client you're working on, you'll be able to run them through our platform, and you're going to be able to drive visibility across every single search surface, which is going to greatly increase their odds of growth. Okay, that's what we're trying to do. So right here, I'm on the homepage. We're going to be doing some big upgrades here on the homepage. But for now, go ahead and go to the login page. And you'll see there's two different options. If you're a Rankability 1 member, you're probably already migrated into the new platform. Okay, so what you're going to want to do is go to Rankability 2. We're going to go and log in. And then once we're logged in, I'm actually going to walk you through a real life example. Okay, so first thing we're going to do is your dashboard might look a little bit different than mine if you've never created a client before, but I'm actually going to run through and I'm going to create a client just like you would. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and click on client, and I'm going to use a micro agency that we have. Okay, so 10x HVAC SEO agency, and we're going to go ahead and run through this process. Okay, so that's the very first step of the process is you're going to go ahead and put your client in there, and then Rankability is going to automatically crawl the site. And the reason we're doing this is because we want to add artifacts into the knowledge base. Okay, and artifacts are really just assets and content that's going to ultimately help the AI have context about that client's business that you're working on. Okay, this is very important. This will actually help you deliver much better content for your clients. Okay, so it's critical. So in the case of this business, this website only has one page. So if you're working with a client, we usually identify the top 10 pages on their website. Okay, and that's going to be their home page, their about page, their service pages, their product pages, anything like that that's going to really be useful context. Okay, so go ahead and add those to the knowledge base. And then what we're going to do here is we got two options. This may change over time, but for now, you can go and click create, which will take you to the copywriter tool, or you can actually explore the advisor. Okay, so I would actually recommend going into advisor. Okay, because it's kind of like the first, kind of the foundational pillar of success in this platform. Okay, so first thing I would highly recommend doing is going to the connections and adding all of your data sources for this client. Okay, this is super important because we're going to be using this data not only in Advisor, but throughout the whole platform. Okay, so I would highly advise you to go and do that. Now, one thing you can do is, let's say you're working with a client and they haven't given you access. Okay, and maybe for whatever reason, because of security or some sort of policies that they can't give you access. One thing you can do is actually go over to the dashboard and then go over to settings. Okay, so we're still in the client settings, and go to integrations, right? So we can go actually generate this link here, go ahead and copy this, and we're gonna go over to this, enter this, and now the client can actually, you can send this link to the client and they can actually go through and connect their stuff, and that will automatically get connected inside of Rankability. Okay, so a very cool thing that you can do. And so very simple, but fortunately, if you do have access, you come in here, go ahead and connect your sources, and then that's really one of the first steps you're going to want to go through. Okay. Then the next thing we want to do is we want to add additional sources into the knowledge base. So when we look at this, you can click add source and we can import from the website. Now, once again, the website I'm working on only has one page, so not exactly a great example, but you come in here and you enter the domain just like we did before. So we could do 10x HVACSEO.com. Okay. And then we can go ahead and discover, and it's going to find the homepage, obviously, but it probably won't let me add anything because we've already added it. Okay. But this will actually crawl the entire website. Okay. It will crawl the whole website, and it will filter out all the stuff that's not useful for the knowledge base. And then you can go through and pick what things you want to add to the knowledge base. Like I said, I would recommend your homepage, your about page, service pages, product pages, category pages, anything commercial in nature, that's going to be the stuff you're really going to put in. Okay. Also policies. If you've got refund policies and various things, put that in there as well. And then anything related to case studies, social proof, testimonials, that's all great stuff to put into the knowledge base as well. Okay. So you can also, instead of just crawling the site, you can enter one URL if you wanted, just to extract from one URL. Maybe it could also be a URL that's not from your website. So if you've got some, external validation you want to put in here or some information, you can certainly do that. Okay. And then you can paste text. You come in here and just paste some text you want in here. And you can also upload files. Okay. So many different ways that you can go about doing this. Okay. So that's kind of the first part. So for the rest of these videos here, I'm going to first walk you through the rest of the platform. Then once you have a good understanding of the platform, we're going to dig into each of these individual tools, and I'm going to show you how to get the absolute max out of these tools, how to use them to the fullest extent so you can get results easier and faster than ever before. Okay, so I'll see you in the next video.